What's up, guys? Okay, well, we have found ourselves in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, where the FBI is investigating to see if 2 Lawrence County deputies used excessive force during arrest in 2020. Also, I'd like to note, in 2020, and we're now in 2025 because they keep putting it off, and whether a prosecutor advised them to cover it up. The deputies are going to be Zach Ferguson and Eric Clapton, and they're going to arrest 62-year-old Mike Jones in October of 2020 and charge him with resisting arrest after he allegedly led them on a chase. So, seems like resisting arrest. If he led them on a chase, seems like resisting arrest would be a secondary charge. But they've charged him with resisting arrest. Nothing about the chase is really said, but they completely gave him some hands-on treatment. So we'll watch the video. This is from August 18th, 2025. And then we're going to go to an article and see what the video isn't telling you, per usual. Also, I would like to note, 82% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to their channel. Click the button and we'll move along. Alrighty. We're in, well, that's sitting there, Lawrence County, Tennessee.
We just had information, destroying information. Evidence.
A police beating and allegations of a cover-up. Did a prosecutor tell 2 Lawrence County deputies to destroy evidence? That's one of the questions we're asking tonight at 6.
Spoiler alert, the answer to that is yes.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. News Channel 5 investigates first reported claims that a prosecutor advised deputies to delete cell phone pictures of a man they had just beaten. That was 5 years ago, and the case still has not gone to trial.
Investigative reporter Ben Hall is speaking exclusively with the man at the center of the case.
Mike Jones was 62 years old and disabled when he was pulled over. He was
62 years old and disabled, and he led them on a chase, allegedly. And for that, these deputies did this.
badly beaten, and now he's waiting for this case to go to trial.
Both eye sockets was crushed. The sinus cavity was crushed. My nose.
These pictures show Mike Jones in the hospital days after he was arrested back in October of 2020. What do you think when you look at those pictures?
That's pretty bad. Everybody just seen the real bad ones that says that they're just trying to beat you to death.
Jones was pulled over by 2 Lawrence County deputies, Eric Clapton and Zach Ferguson.
There's the degenerates right there. Too young, for one, to be in law enforcement. They can't wait to grab up the youngest, dumbest ones they can find. 21, too young. If you're not at least 30, law enforcement should not even be an option. Been saying it, but here we are. Why do they want them so young? Because they can mold them, they can shape them. The brain isn't even fully developed until 25. That's why they want the young, dumb ones. Because they know they'll do what they're told to do when they're told to do it.
Who were working for the 22nd Judicial Drug Task Force.
And they're working for a drug task force. How much knowledge you think? Please, oh my Lord, stop.
It happened on this rural road near the Giles and Lawrence County line. Deputies claim in their incident report that Jones led them on a chase, throwing drugs from his car. When he stopped, they claim the 62-year-old who was on disability.
This man resisted arrest from 2 young, healthy male deputies. Make that make sense. And where's the drugs? Because they took pictures of him, trophy pictures, they took pictures of him. Where's the pictures of all the drugs that they found? There are none.
Resisted arrest.
Got me out and then slammed me down on the ground. And one of them was in the middle of my back and the other one was beating on me.
But Jones was really surprised by what happened next. A deputy stood him up and took a picture with his cell phone. That looks like the picture they took of you at the scene.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. Yeah, it is. I can see my eyes is already starting to swell.
Also, they're on these drug task force and they're so smart, but they're not smart enough to realize even if you delete it, the FBI can put it on a computer and get everything. Anything that's ever been on that phone. You can delete it out of the cloud, you can delete it. They can find it. People, pay attention, wake up. Trust and believe. The FBI can find anything that has ever been on your phone.
I don't know why he took the picture. He just wiped my face real hard with that rag because it's just covered in blood and snapped my picture with his cell phone.
A court filing claimed Deputy Ferguson texted pictures of Jones's injuries and this picture of blood in the road to Assistant District Attorney Emily Crafton, who was in District Attorney Brent Cooper's office. The court filing claimed she saw the pictures and advised Deputy Ferguson to delete the photos.
Wouldn't that be destruction of evidence? Seems like there'd be a charge there.
Covered the case up. It covered the investigation of the crimes against Mr. Jones up.
Attorney Andrew Nutt represented Jones and told us in 2021 deleting the photos was an attempt to hide the brutal beating. Jones's brother agrees.
That was their way of covering their own butt. They were just hiding information, destroying information, evidence.
District Attorney Brent Cooper later fired Crafton. She now faces official misconduct charges. The two deputies...
She faces official misconduct charges. We'll go to the article here in a minute and see what that says.
face federal charges involving excessive use of force and obstruction.
That'd be deprivation of rights under criminal law. That's a federal offense.
I feel pretty disgusted. That's our public servants.
A judge dismissed the resisting arrest charge against Jones and all other charges stemming from that traffic stop.
You know why all other charges stemming from that traffic stop were thrown out? Because if the primary reason, which they are saying is resisting arrest, is thrown out, everything that follows that is what they call fruit of the poisonous tree. Can't use it, not admissible, it's garbage. For the poisonous tree, it all has to go.
Stop. But nearly 5
Wonder why they didn't charge him with the drugs they said he had was thrown out the window.
years later, the deputies and the assistant DA still have not gone to trial.
5 years later, of course they haven't.
Just keeps getting put off. I thought that maybe they're waiting for me to die or something. That's what I thought.
Deputies Caperton and Ferguson remain on administrative leave from the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office.
They're not telling you this, but I'll tell you, that's paid leave.
Their federal trial has been set 5 different times, but so far it has not happened.
They're just trying to give the public time to forget what went on, so they keep postponing it, trying to get out of everybody's mind to cover their own butt.
Jim Jones is ready to testify in court if needed. The whole family is tired of delays, still in shock from the brutal beating and bizarre communication between the deputies and an assistant district attorney.
I'd like to get it over with, That's something we're still dealing with 5 years later simply because of them.
The Lawrence County Sheriff is standing by his deputies, saying they used an appropriate amount of force. However, Emily Crafton's attorney didn't want to comment on her case. He did tell us he thought the officers were over-aggressive. He also said the delays in trial are not Crafton's fault, and she maintains her innocence and wants her day in court.
All right, thanks, Ben. And you can find Ben's initial
Yes, thanks, Ben. So, let's see what the comments have to say. If half the damn cops in this country were doing their jobs, the other half would be locked up and in prison, period. Dirty from the top down. If a group of private citizens assaulted a cop like this, would take 5+ years to get justice? No. Also, private citizens, that's not. Anyway, the sheriff needs to be in jail. So they beat this guy up, and their punishment is a 5-year paid vacation. And it wasn't even 5 years. Within, I see that was October of 2020. I think by July of 2021, they were back. Justice delayed is justice denied. This man deserves justice now. The people are getting tired of this kind of treatment by the police. All charges dropped. Assistant DA fired. Deleted evidence, but the sheriff says they did nothing wrong. Yeah, okay, sheriff. The DA should be disbarred for dereliction of duty and malicious prosecution, etc. 62-year-old man. These punks need to be in jail. The picture is because they were proud of what they did. Absolutely. I'm ashamed that this happened in my hometown. Absolutely ashamed. Next time a cop tells you they are held to higher standard, remember, this is how that works. Exactly. They aren't held to a higher standard. They're held to a different standard. And people need to pay attention, and people need to understand Rules for thee, not for me. That is how that works. Seldom. We're going to follow this one and see where it goes. So let's see what the article says. FBI investigating prosecutors' actions following arrest. I'd like to note this is from September 13th, 2021, and the incident happened in October of 2020. Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. The FBI is investigating whether 2 Lawrence County deputies used excessive force during arrests last year and whether the prosecutor advised them to cover it up. Lawrence County deputies Zach Ferguson and Eric Caperton arrested 62-year-old Mike Jones last October. They charged him with resisting arrest after he led them on a chase near the Lawrence and Giles County line. How many times did you hear chase at him being charged with that or the drugs? They didn't even mention the drugs in here. Pictures of Jones in the hospital after his arrest show his bruised and swollen face. His brother said he was hard to recognize. I didn't even recognize him when I saw him. His face was swollen, his eyes were shut. Jim Jones said of his brother. Court filing first reported by the news investigated claims one of the arresting deputies took cell phone pictures of Jones after he was beaten. The filing claims Deputy Ferguson texted photos to Mr. Jones. Texted photos of Mr. Jones' injuries to Assistant District Attorney for the 22nd Judicial District, Emily Crafton, who was a prosecutor in the District Attorney Brent Cooper's office. Court filing alleges Crafton advised Deputy Ferguson to delete the pictures from his phone. That's destruction of evidence. That's a crime. The officers had some trophy photos, and the DA was saying that's bad evidence against them, and the DA was telling them to get rid of them, Jim Jones said. District Attorney Brent Cooper confirms the FBI is now investigating allegations of excessive force and tampering with evidence. Cooper fired Assistant District Attorney Emily Crafton days after he learned about the excessive force allegations. She was fired for unsatisfactory job performance. Really? That's what she was fired for? So, that'll be in her personnel file. She'll just, like the rest of them, go get a job. Oh, unsatisfactory? Yeah, I was late a couple times. Okay, you good. Come on in. Deputies Caperton and Ferguson were put on administrative leave with pay in early June. So, yeah, June 2021. Attorney Andrew Nutt, now representing Mike Jones, and questions whether Caperton and Ferguson are really off the job on leave. A photo shows Deputy Caperton in court in late July. Witness said he had his badge and gun. It was the day a judge dropped a resisting arrest charge against Mike Jones. Channel News 5 investigator asked, how surprised were you to see him in court with his badge and gun? Nutt responded, shocked. I think everybody in the courtroom was shocked. Lawrence County Sheriff John Myers said Deputy Caperton was in court because he was subpoenaed to testify. He said the deputies were never made to turn in their badge and gun when they were put on paid administrative leave, I should say. Yes, because they knew likely nothing was going to happen. So here, you just keep doing what you're doing. Nobody's going to be the wiser. No, they should have been stripped of all of that. The sheriff said Caperton and Ferguson are now back at work in a limited capacity, and his office is in limbo waiting for any ongoing investigation to end. Is he? Because they keep putting it off. Attorney Andrew Nutt is concerned the deputies are back to work at all. Exactly. And they said limited capacity. I'm betting they have a badge, they got a gun, they got uniform, they're full capacity. He hopes the FBI investigation is concluded soon and believes charges should be filed. Let's remember, this is September 2021, and we're in August of 2025, and they're still waiting. They've been on leave since June. There's really no reason why it's taking this long, Attorney Andrew Nutt said. Sheriff Myers said in an earlier statement that he is standing by his officers and believed they used the appropriate amount of force necessary to make the arrest. That's a 62-year-old disabled man, so pretty much the deputies can go out there and do whatever they want to do, and Sheriff Myers is going to stand behind them. Seems like maybe we should be looking into Sheriff Myers. He said he did not know the FBI was investigating. Well, Sheriff Myers, not sure how you're so out of the loop with everything. Anyway, that's where we're at with this one. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Also, again, 82% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button and we'll move along. Let me know what you think about this one, and I'm out.